welcome back. It's your girl Lauren Janae, back with another video, a story time for you guys. I feel like this would have been a good story to tell because it's really funny to me. Anyway, so I'm gonna tell y'all about the time that I drove 8 hours for some dick. Yeah, I drove 8 hours. 8 hours and some change, I believe, but yeah, I drove and sure did. If you want to hear the story, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what y'all think. So let's get on with this video. So basically, where do I start? This is all coming from the head, by the way. Like, I ain't writing nothing down. Like, this is all coming from the head. So I was talking to this boy the summer after I graduated high school. It was like 2020. And basically, you know, he was the one who took my virginity, my V card, that summer, actually. Whole summer, like, we was getting it on, like, almost every day. Like, seriously, every day. I went out of town for the weekend for my mom's birthday and moved away. He moved to Alabama. So mind you, at the time, I was living in North Carolina. He had moved to Alabama, and he was upset about it himself. Like, you know, he wouldn't even talk to me for a day or two, like, red flag. He wouldn't, you know, talk to me because he was upset that he had to move away, whatnot. I was upset too. I'm like, dang, like, we just started off something, you know, like, I was upset too. So, yeah, at that time, I was going, like, off to college. So I was leaving town myself that weekend, and my mom and my friend, you know, moved me into a new apartment because I stayed in a townhome with 2 other girls. So that weekend, like, I was moving myself. So yeah, like, it's kind of hard, but I did. So I was basically on my own at that point, like, you know, living in an apartment away from home, had my own car, you know. I've been 18, don't know what to do. So yeah, mind you, I was 18. Yeah, you know, we would FaceTime every day. You know, I miss you. Yeah, but when I had moved in, I didn't start school until like 2 weeks later after that. I don't think he had a job at the time. I don't know. It was either he just started working or like he wasn't working yet. Like, he didn't find a job in, you know, Alabama. One day, we was talking on the phone, and I was like, well, my classes are online. My classes were all online. Like, you know, COVID had hit 2020, all my classes was online, like, type shit. So I was like, well, I could just bring my laptop. You know, we was just discussing, like, you know, he really missed me, wanted to see me. And I told him, I was like, I'll drive down there. Like, I will drive to come see you, like, stay with you for a couple of days. That time I was looking for a job myself. Like, I ain't start working yet. And, you know, school, I didn't have volleyball practice either for a couple of days. So I was like, fuck it, like, I'm gonna stay with you for like 3 or 4 days. Let me pack a bag or two and I'm gonna go. So I decided to leave like in the middle of the night, y'all. Like, I left in the middle of the night. I left 12 a.m., 12-ish, got some gas, got on the road, and boom. I had this old car. Like, it was a 2003 Saturn. Very old car. I was like, my baby is gonna make it to Alabama because, like, I really want to see him. You know, get some gas up. I'm on the road. Like, I'm on the road. I didn't have to stop for gas till about 4 a.m., 4 something in the morning at this gas station. It was a little sketchy, but I was on the phone with him the whole ride. Like, the whole time I was driving, I was on the phone with him. Really decided to just go. Like, and I mean, his response to it was like, I don't care. You really gonna come? I don't care. He was like, yeah, my mom's not gonna know and stuff like that. Like, so plan was, you know, I come, like, I get there around 8 or 9 o'clock. That's when his parents, you know, left for work, and it's just him and his brother at the house. So it was easy for me to just sneak in, you know, just go straight to his room. Like, I ain't leave to go nowhere else but the bathroom and his room. Like, that was it, because his parents ain't know I was in there. Oh my God, I really can't believe it. So the whole ride there, you know, I made it there, no problems, no nothing, none of that. I get there, right? 9 something in the morning. Like, he grabs my bag out the car. We, you know, we greet each other like, hey boo, hey. Like, yeah. As soon as we got in the house, we went right to business. No games was being played. Like, we went right to it. Like, dropped my bag. He was in there like swimwear. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, he was in there. So we went around, like, yeah. The whole summer, like, you know, we was doing it in my car, like, literally, like, I'm just so stupid. Like, yeah, we was really doing it in my car, like, every night type shit. But that's besides the point. So I made it to Alabama, right? Like, we doing the nasty, you know, a few times. I think his mama had came home or whatever. We chilling, like, his mom came home. So he's like, when my parents are here, like, you gonna have to sleep in the closet. Y'all, I was sleeping in this boy closet for all 3 to 4 days I was there. I was in the closet. But like at night when everybody, you know, was going to bed and stuff, you know, I would sleep with him. He had a whole air mattress. He didn't have a bed yet. And I mean, I ain't knocking him for that, because in middle school for a good year, I was sleeping on an air mattress before my mama could buy beds for us. So he was on an air mattress. Had like a little hole somewhere, so you know, in the morning, like, that shit was flat. Like, we in the middle of it and that shit sinking in on us, like, was so bad. But yeah, like, anytime I wanted to chill, I had to chill in the closet. But you know me, I wasn't minding it. Like, he would get on the game. He would be on the game in the living room. Like, sometimes he wouldn't mind me. Like, it was just weird. I don't even know why I did that, because he would go in the living room to play the game. He didn't have a TV in his room, so he had to sit in the living room to play. He was like, yo, like, I'm finna go play the game. I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, I didn't think nothing of it, because I had homework to do. Like, I was on my laptop. You know, he would come visit me sometime. Like, you hungry? You know, I would be on my laptop doing my schoolwork. So I really wasn't minding that. But you know, when I wanted some, like, I wanted some. I think the last day or two, I kind of got irritated because I feel like he wasn't showing me enough attention. I'm like, yo, I drove all this way for you and you're chilling in the living room. I understand you want to play the game, but like, I'm here, so what's up? You know, like, I'm here now, so what's up? You know, I was just getting kind of bored, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, like, I just felt used at that point, but still, like, I'm like, I love him. I really do. Like, whatever. Time for me to leave. You know, I couldn't leave until his parents left for work. So it was time for me to leave, blah, blah, blah. So I get to my car, right? Tell me how my car wouldn't start. I'm like, what? Then I realized I left my lights on the whole time. Because, you know, when I left, it was dark. So I didn't even think about turning my lights off. Like, my lights don't automatically turn off when it's daytime. Like, I had a 2003 car. Like, I had to turn my lights off on my own, and I just totally forgot. My battery was dead. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I'm in Alabama. I can't even ask his parents for help because they don't even know I'm here. They don't even know who I am. Like, I'm on the phone with him. I'm like, yo, like, my battery dead. Like, he's like, oh, like, you see anybody outside, you know, that can help you? I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what? I'm sitting here stuck, like, oh my God, what am I about to do? I finally see, like, this old couple, like, walking by, right? So I stopped there and asked, I'm like, excuse me, do you guys think y'all have, like, you know, the little, forgot the name, the little things used to, you know, the car, dang, I forgot the name. But you know what I'm talking about, to connect to my car and connect to the other car to, you know, get my battery going. I totally forgot the name. I feel so slow right now. Yeah, so I'm like, y'all have any jumper cables? That's what it is. So I'm like, do y'all have any jumper cables, and maybe can y'all like start my car for me? And it was like, oh sweetie, 1 second, like we actually have like a little battery thing, like a little portable battery thing, you know, we can help you out, connect it to your car. So her husband was looking at my engine and stuff and see how he could do it. So boom, he comes back with the thing. Boom, my car started going. So I'm like, oh, okay, now let me just get home. Like, let me get home. So I go to the gas station. Boom, I fill up the car. Go to try to start the car up. It wouldn't start. At that point, like, I broke down crying. I'm like, oh my God, like, who am I finna call? Like, I was thinking about calling my mom, but I was like, nah, like, I ain't gonna let myself go like that. So I'm sitting here breaking down in tears. And this cop, I see a cop car. So me, like, I was like, yo, like, I'm really finna talk to the cops about this. Like, they gonna think I'm a missing child or something. But I was like, I got to do it. Like, I don't know how, but I got to do it. So I asked the cop, you know, like, I'm stuck. I don't know anybody around here. Like, can you please jump my car? He's asking me questions, like, you know how cops are, like, they so nosy. Like, he asked me questions. I'm sitting there lying to him. I'm like, yeah, like, I was just visiting a friend. I live, like, 2 hours away. Yeah, He jumped my car for me. He was like, make sure you go straight home, da-da-da. He was like, I don't think it's gonna make it all the way. I'm like, oh, okay, sir, like, thank you so much. So I finally get on the road. I get on the road, y'all. I'm good. Like, I'm driving for a good hour or two. Caught a flat tire. I caught a flat tire. But luckily, I was in Georgia. So when I had caught a flat tire, like, that's when I broke down again. I broke down in tears, like, I was in Georgia, but then, like, at that point, I was like, I need to call my brother. So I called my brother because he lived in Georgia at that time. So I called him, like, yo, like, bro, like, I did some stupid, man. Like, I really drove to Alabama and I caught a flag. Now I don't know what to do. Like, please, can you help me? Like, you know, like, it was my big bro, so I feel like he was gonna look out. And he was, you know, before he could even help, like, he was sitting there asking me questions too. So I told him, I was like, yeah, I went to this boy house. Like, I was telling him everything. He was like, you know what, like, just try to get back with my insurance company. I had roadside assistance. So roadside assistance came and helped me, you know, put a new tire on my car, because I did have a spare tire in the car. So boom, I had a spare tire. They put it on for me. My brother was like, don't even try to make it back home. Like, come to my house. So he lived like 2 hours away from where I was. So boom, I drove to his house. And, you know, he's sitting there talking to me, him and his wife, like, was this boy worth it? Like, you for real? You really do this? Did you tell mama? I was like, no. No, but I'm sitting there crying like, no, like, I don't know what I did. I really did. He was like, you know, you got to tell mama, because your car needs some work done. And I'm like, yeah, I know, but like, I want to make it home first before I tell her. You know, I really wasn't planning on telling her. And this whole time, I'm sitting here trying to talk to old boy, the boy house that I left. I'm not even gonna give him a name. Like, I'm not even gonna give him a name. The whole time, old boy has not checked up on me at all. At all. I'm sitting here texting his phone like, yo, I'm at my brother's house because some stuff happened to my car. He's not even worried. Like, he ain't text me at all. So I'm sitting there like even more heartbroken because he ain't texting me. You know, my car messed up. You know, there's just a lot going on. I get to my brother's house, like, I stayed up all night because old boy finally texted me and said he didn't want to talk to me. And I'm like, yo, like, that's weird. Like, you know, I literally stayed up all night crying, like, and my brother heard me. He started talking to me the next morning. He was like, I heard you all night, like, I heard you. And I'm like, ugh, I'm sitting there embarrassed, like, I thought ain't nobody hear me, for real. He was talking to me about, you don't need no boy, blah, 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 you know, same old talk. So I leave Georgia. I'm headed back to North Carolina. So I'm in South Carolina. Like, I'm still on the road. I make it to South Carolina. I'm like, woo, like, I'm almost home. I got 3.5 hours left, like, literally. Next thing you know, I see red and blue lights behind me. Your girl done got a ticket. I was doing, like, I think it was like 93 and a 70. 93 and a 70, something like that. But I was speeding. Like, they got me good. But you know, when you got a good song going, you not really paying attention. Like, you on a road trip, you just going, like, and I was just going, like, for real. That cop didn't even hesitate. Like, he wrote me off a ticket and was like, you have a nice one, slow down. Wow, okay. When I had caught that ticket, I'm like, yeah, like, I gotta tell my mom, because I'm on her car insurance. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm on her insurance. So I'm like, she's gonna find out. I'm still sitting on the side of the road after the cop pulled me over. And I'm on the phone with my mom crying. Like, I'm literally crying. I'm like, Mom, I just caught a ticket. And then she's like, yeah, your brother already told me everything. Like, just get home, Lauren. I'm like, wow. She's like, don't even go back to your town home. Come home to my home. I'm like, oh my God. She was like, I was wondering what was up, because I kept getting calls. She kept getting calls from the bank saying fraudulent activity on my card because I was using it in different states. So I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I'm in so much trouble, like, so much trouble. I get on the road, like, I finally calmed down. She was like, just stop crying and drive home, get home. So I finally calmed down. I get back on the road. I get home to her house. And you know, she sit me down in the living room. We had this long talk. She's like, I already know what you went for. A boy. A boy. And then she's like, so you having sex? So you having sex now? I told her, you know, I was having sex and I thought it was worth it. She asked me, was it really worth it? Nah, it wasn't worth it. It really wasn't. Basically, you know, I was in college, so she had to take me back to the city my college was in. She was like, well, you're not gonna have your car for 2 weeks. So she basically dropped me off. And that was crazy. She basically dropped me off. And I didn't have no car. I couldn't go nowhere. Like, I needed to go to the hair store, you know, get some hair products, all that. Like, if I need to do stuff, I had to ask my roommates, like, yo, can you take me here? Like, I really hate asking people for rides. That's one thing that irritates me. That sucked. But it was crazy. Real crazy. At the end of the day, like, that nigga did not care at all. And you see how I didn't talk about him at the end of the story? Because he was not present at all. Like, he was not communicating with me, nothing. Like, he literally said he was done with me. And, you know, I was a little sad. I was. But it was just crazy. Like, wow. Like, I really drove all that way for you and you're not going to acknowledge me? Wow. Especially when I got this bomb and you're not gonna acknowledge me after I gave you this bomb. I gave you this bomb diggity scrum dilly yum yum. Like, what? That was basically it. I had to find a job around that time. You know, when I found a job, that's when she gave me my car back. Because, you know, I needed to go to work and I need to get to practice, you know, priorities. That's basically it. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you made it this far, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know if y'all want some more story times, because I feel like I got a lot to tell. So I will see y'all in the next video.